Hey, today we are going to learn 6-4. Example 2, we're going to multiply both equations to eliminate the variable. Now this is the process of elimination. Okay, through the process of elimination we're going to solve a system of equations. Alright, so now here's an example that is given to us. We have 4x plus 2y is equal to 8. We also have 3x plus 3y is equal to 9. Now if you look at both of these equations, we don't have any numbers that are the same. We also have the signs that are not opposite. They're the same sign. So we're going to say they have the same number and the same sign. Well, not the same number, but they have different numbers but the same sign. Now what we're going to do is try to make sure that if we choose to eliminate the x, then we'll solve for y. If we choose to eliminate the y's, we'll solve for x. But whatever we choose, this is how we are going to eliminate. Now I'm going to select for us to be able to eliminate the y's. Alright? So to be able to cancel out when we add them together. So understand that we're dealing with 2 and we're dealing with 3. Now, the number that 2 and 3 both have in common is 6. The lowest number they have in common is 6. So, in order for 2 to be 6, I have to multiply 2 times 3. That would equal 6. Now, in order for 3 to be 6, I would have to multiply 3 times 2. And that would equal 6. Now, this gives me the same number, but they still have the same sign. What I need is the same number but opposite signs. So in order for one of them to be negative, I have to multiply it by a negative. So whether we multiply the 2 times negative 3 or 3 times negative 2. And let's choose to multiply 3 times negative 2, which will give us negative 6. Now if I add these two together, this will give me 0. This is going to be the same concept for this one. So in order for the y and the y's to be the same, we're going to multiply this one by 3. So let's multiply the whole thing by 3 in order for the y to be 6. Now the reason why we multiply the whole thing is because once we make any changes here, we have to make changes to every term that's in the equation. So when we multiply, we're distributing the 3 to every term of the equation. Now this would give us 12x plus 6y equals 8. I'm sorry, 24. Don't mind me. This would be 24, not 8. Actually, let me erase it so you won't confuse you guys. This would be 24. Alright? Now, the same concept. We multiply the second one by negative 2. So let's go ahead and multiply this one by negative 2. And we're going to multiply every term inside of the parenthesis now. So negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 3, again, it's negative 6y. Negative 2 times 9 is going to give us negative 18. Alright? Now that we have the numbers being the same but the signs being opposite, this one is plus, this is negative, what we're going to do is add the two equations together. So top to bottom, 12 minus 6 is going to give us 6x. Now 6 minus 6 is going to say 0, or we can just cross it out. Now we eliminated the y, and this is going to equal 24 minus 18. In this case, 24 minus 18, and this is going to give us 6. So now what we're going to do is make sure we divide both sides by 6 to be able to solve for x. So minus 6 to both sides. This is going to cancel out these 6, and we have x is equal to 1. Now this is my first answer. Now that I have x equal to 1, what I'm going to do is plug it back into the original equation. So we can use any of the two original equations. It doesn't matter which one you use. But let's go ahead and use the first one. So we got 4x plus 2y is equal to 8. What we're going to do is take x, alright, and we're going to replace x with 1. So it's going to be 4 times 1 plus 2 times y is equal to 8. Understand 4 times 1 is just 4. Plus 2y is equal to 8. Alright, so now we're going to solve for y. We're going to get y by itself. That means we touch every number except for y. Alright, understand we do have two sides of the equation. So whatever you do to one side, got to do it to the other side. So to get rid of the 4, because it's positive 4 and it's being added, we're going to subtract 4. And because we subtract 4 on this side of the equation, we got to subtract 4 to this side of the equation. This eliminates the 4's here. We can bring down the 2y because we didn't do anything with it, and it's going to be 8 minus 4, which is 4. Alright, still have to get y by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 2, which is the opposite of this multiplication, 2 times y. And once we do this, it cancels out the 2. We have y is equal to 2. So here's our two answers. We have x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. Alright, now what we need to do after this, we have to check our work. So let's plug it into any of the equation. Let's use the second equation to check our work. So 3x plus 3y is equal to 9. Now I'm going to plug x 1 and y, which is 2, equals 9. And let's see if it gives us 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 3 times 2, which is 6, equals 9. And 3 plus 6 is 9. And since it is 9, it does check out. We will agree that this is the solution to the equation. Now, last thing we're going to do is put it in ordered pairs. And this is our answer. Alright, so let's see if you can try one on your own. Now here's a problem that you can try on your own. Go ahead and pause the video, see if you can do it by yourself, and then unpause it when you feel like you need to know the answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we've done. So what we're going to do, I'm going to choose to eliminate the x's, or we can choose to eliminate the y's. It doesn't matter which one. If we choose to eliminate the x, we're taking 5 and we're taking 2, making sure that they have the same number. So both 5 and 2, if I multiply 5 times 2, it'll give me 10. Multiply 2 times negative 5, it'll give me negative 10, which when we add them together will give us 0. So let's multiply the first equation by 2, and this will give us 10x minus 6y equals 12. And multiply this one by negative 5, which will give us negative 10x, alright, minus 25y equals 50. Now we add them together. This x's cancel. We got negative 6 and negative 25. When we combine them together, we get 31. So be negative 31y is equal to, and this is going to be 62. Alright? Now if I divide both sides by negative 31, this will give me y is equal to negative 2. Now that y is equal to negative 2, let's plug it into the original equation. And it's 5x minus 3 times negative 2 equals 6. And this way we'll solve for x. So 5x plus 6 equals 6. Then we subtract 6 to both sides of the equation. We're going to have 5x equals 0. And if I divide 5 to both sides, we have x is equal to 0. So y is negative 2, x is 0. If we plug it into the equation, it will check out. This is how we plug it in. We got 5 times 0 minus 3 times negative 2 equals 6. these two together would be 0 plus 6 equals 6, and 6 is equal to 6. So that does check out. We could put it in ordered pair. X is 0, y is negative 2, and there go our answers. Feel free to leave comments, or if you have any questions or concern at the end of the video. Have a great day.